Hello traders, good day to you all. This is Christopher Glen. Today is the 2nd of September 2014 and this is a daily market review for the current market status. We've got a very nice week in terms of liquidity and announcements. We had a very nice amount of liquidity yesterday and we're expecting to see a lot of liquidity for today and close future, the next several days until the end of this week. We've received several announcements, good announcements regarding the Australian dollar. We saw a bit of strength on behalf of the Australian dollar, and just right now we've received the PMI report regarding the pound. We're still waiting for the ISM manufacturing PMI indication from the US market. And tomorrow, again, we've got a very nice day in terms of liquidity's potential. We've got a speech over here regarding the Australian dollar, then a PMI report. Bank of Canada is going to give a rate statement and the overnight rate. And after that, on Thursday, we've got an amazing day in terms of potential. Several announcements regarding the Australian dollar, Japanese yen, pound, euro, trade balance in Canada, non-farm employment change in the United States, European Central Bank press conference, trade balance. Basically, I'm expecting to see a lot of liquidity on Thursday specifically, but even on Friday, we've got the non-farm payroll, employment change in Canada, unemployment rate in Canada, and unemployment rate in the United States. Another announcement regarding the PMI report from Canada, and amazing week in terms of announcements, in terms of liquidity. Just waiting for the market, for bursts in the market. We've already received the beginning of liquidity from the beginning of this week. And let's go to the chart. Let's see what we've got. So going back to the dollar index, we've been analyzing this chart for a while. Generally, it's continuing its uptrend. I'm looking at the daily chart over here, and I can tell you that I'm assuming that we're pointing toward an end for this uptrend. But let's go to a low time frame. On an hourly chart, we can say that the structure at the moment is pointing in a potential for a downtrend. That's the trend at the moment. We've completed the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. At the moment, there's a good potential for a downtrend movement, no question about that regarding the dollar specifically. If we'll go to commodities, I've been pointing the gold toward the 1,250 rate. And let's go to the gold. It's over here. We're already at 1267. I can still see it going down a bit, but generally we've expressed the entire liquidity for the potential of this trend. I do expect to see a long pullback, even change of direction, but definitely we're approaching the target that I've placed for the gold, which, as I said, is 1250 for an ounce. Silver as well dropping down significantly, very good potential. The oil, if we'll talk about the long-term potential for the oil, looking at the daily chart, we can see that we've reached an exhaustion level. I gave this trade as a potential trade from the 95 area, and right now we're falling down. I see potential to continue the downtrend movement and break the 92 level here at the bottom. That's the potential. And I can see based on the daily chart, traders need to find a good entry point. We'll go to 15-minute chart. We can say that we will need to receive another pullback up so that we'll be able to join this beautiful potential for a downtrend. I've been talking about the dollar versus the Canadian dollar a lot as well, and indeed we've continued higher from the corrective pattern that we saw. We were talking about this entire uptrend movement, and we were talking about the A, B, and C pattern, and right now we can see that indeed the market is moving forward up. Great potential trade. I've already traded that. I've already closed the position because I see a potential for divergence over here. I will need to wait a bit more to see if the market indeed will follow an uptrend or will break at this point. Looking at the Japanese yen is getting weaker in the market. Basically, it's the weakest currency that we've got at the moment. The dollar is the strongest, but as I said, we're waiting for an announcement regarding the dollar today, so we might see a bit of change on behalf of the dollar in the market. I can tell you that the Swiss franc is pretty strong in the market today. So does the Canadian dollar, and the pound is one of the weakest currencies that we've got. Euro is one of the strong currencies. And we can say that the gold, as you saw, dropped down significantly, even in front of the Japanese yen. So we've got a lot of currencies over here that are expressing a lot of strength in the market. And as I said, this is an outcome of the announcement we already received. Looking at the Australian dollar specifically, we can say that it's not the strongest currency, but it's pretty strong as an outcome of today's announcement that we had earlier, and we will need to wait and see what will come from tomorrow's speech over there in Australia. Another thing that I'd like to talk about is the DAX. I've been predicting a downtrend movement on the DAX, and there we go. And let's go to the daily chart. No, not hourly chart. That's the chart that we've been analyzing. I said it. I'm seeing a downtrend movement from this area. We've received 5 waves of downtrend movement, an ABC pattern of an uptrend movement. We will need to break this trend line to trust the potential of a downtrend movement. That will definitely change the course of the last several days. Downtrend movement beyond this line, meaning lower than 9,480. That's a logical downtrend movement that we can make an assessment regarding the continuance of a downtrend movement at this point. Right now, we're fluctuating around this very difficult area to cross, and a cross beyond that will dictate a downtrend movement on this potential. Traders, I'd like to wish you all the best with your trades. Have a pleasant day, and bye-bye.